All right, welcome everybody to the Rookie Rumble 2. We've got Ganon's Gone Wild, we've got specialk3782. This is the before last of the Stelphos group. These two are tied, and the winner is going to be moving on to play in a tiebreaker for the seeding. And with me commentating today, I've got Fury SK. Good evening, Fury. How are you doing? I don't know if there's a problem on my end, but I see the mic opening, but I do not hear you. Looks like momentarily we're gonna be going. We've got the 15-second timer started, and let's see what this seed has in store for us today.
We'll try for round two.
There we go.
Hey, always a bit of fun.
Yeah, how you doing tonight, Fury?
Hey, we're looking forward to who gets the auto advancement into the next round of the tournament and who has to go last chance qualifying. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely not guaranteed for me to be going last chance qualify. We've got one race left, and it's possible for a three-way tie, which would be all kinds of fun. But again, we'll see how it goes. Even if I don't make it through, it's the last chance qualifier is going to be fun, I'm sure. All right, looks like we're off.
So, I'm looking forward to seeing what strategy the two runners use. There's a couple things you can look for in the overworld. Outside of just the secrets, you're looking for maybe an Armos item that could be really useful. We do have that automatic white sword at the White Sword Cave if it's easily accessible. Sometimes it's a bit trolly. So there's a couple things you could think about there outside of just the Wood Sword Cave.
Yeah, and especially starting where you did, there's just east of there is a few Armos item checks too. So it's you might get lucky and pick up something real nice. Everybody seems like we're both going for the vanilla start open cave area here.
Yep, it's a high density of open cave checks to make. I could get lucky and have it roll a vanilla sword, but not this time. The other option, really, I think, is probably to go eastbound since you get 3 Armos and the whole northeast corner is pretty open.
Yeah, lots of open caves there, and I mean you might stumble across the sword if you're lucky. They both seem to be going the same way, so there's definitely not so much deviation right now. But we'll see what's over here. A couple different routes to get there. Ganon taking the bridge. Gonna go for the candle first. I like it.
Early on, you can take the candle, you can burn a couple of bushes over here, see if there's anything useful, and if you run into the White Sword Cave along the way, you're always able, as we did actually, run into the White Sword Cave to reset back to no candle and go for the heart instead and see if you get that combat, and the Wood Cave turns into your candle.
Yeah, I wonder if you regret taking the candle right now.
I don't think so. Again, you can easily just retry back, so it's not going to really kill you to take a candle and explore early, and then if you
True.
don't find take any ones after that one, then maybe you turn around.
Looks like we did find the Armos item, and it's the banana.
Yep, so this is pretty useful early, as unfortunately only one runner makes it off the screen. This is going to be the first test to see if they decide to save, which they do, so Special K is going to go that route.
No, going for the boomerang fire strats on that blue Octorok, trying to get a bomb out of it, but no dice on that one. That's a shame.
Let's see if there's a training game near start. That's another little fun time that you can have if you have a gambling casino corner somewhere nearby. Any roads appear to be a little bit close to start, and all the casinos apparently are in the southwest. That first any road was garbage.
It's always funny to me when that happens, and especially when it's not to me.
Alright, we got our first hint. It's for the magical sword. Not exactly the most useful thing to find the hint for. Although the white sword hint's also pretty useless at the moment. So the desert hint would indicate the start screen. It would indicate the power bracelet spot just below the fairy fountain that we're heading towards on the right side. This open cave and the candle spot next to it. Hey, level 9. And then I think there's a bump spot to the eastern side of the desert that also counts.
Oh, did I just see a silver arrow hint?
You did. That's a major perk of going for the hint shops as opposed to kind of saving up the money for the blue ring, is now you have information. And level 8 having the silvers is really good information, as that's a big dungeon.
Yeah, can't tell you how many times I have chosen not to dig that just because it's so big, and you're looking for items, you want to play your odds, and a lot of times you're going to find them quicker in the smaller dungeons. So we've got 4 over here on Special K's side as well.
Yep, so this is a situation where you probably want to look at a couple of rooms. This first room, obviously, want to clear that because it's a potential push block, but if you go further on, maybe you get some keys, and you can save all those up, and once you hit level 1, which loves to steal all the keys, suddenly you have a way in.
Yeah, no push block there. Some keys though. Keys are killable with that candle as well. It's going to take a while, but another potential push block room. I don't blame Special K for going after this one. See, whenever I'm in this situation that Special K's in, I always kind of like cross my fingers that they're gonna group up a little bit and try so you can get 2 or maybe 3. There you go. Look at that. got the triple play there. No push block room though, so Special K's just gonna bail because the other doors are all key doors.
Yeah, it's not the easiest to force that door open on that screen. I didn't see a real easy way inside the dungeon yet either. There's a couple tricks with shutter doors, but it's all opening keys at the moment.
Oh, that's right. Did Special K not pick up the boomerang? Or I thought for sure they were both on that screen, but Special K might have died before picking it up.
Definitely picked it up. Perhaps not remembering. At least I thought I saw him pick it up. We'll get a glimpse of the menu at some point, I'm sure.
For sure. Ganon's Gone Wild, though, making quick work of that stuff with that boomerang. So that was a much quicker venture into 4 than Special K's.
Looks like we are making our way towards the open cave on the coast. Hey, we found an any road. That one's actually very useful given the health situation. This one, could be better, could be worse. I don't particularly like any road on the western side of level 5, just because you really only have one direction to go.
Yeah, you
get over there, so well, that one's not gonna work.
Yeah, no any road exit on Death Mountain either, so gonna have to trudge all the way up there.
We definitely see the banana now, so it's
okay.
Both runners have it. I think sometimes early on in this, when you got the jitters still as you're racing in a tournament, maybe you don't exactly remember that you picked it up until it's in your select for your B.
Yeah, if I had a rupee for every time I forgot that I had something. Another take any here on Special K side. 4 hearts, maybe find another before going back for that white sword, but you gotta be thinking if you ever end up in that area again. Or at least try and route that way once you do, you know.
Given what we have so far, I'd honestly just go ahead and erase my file, start over, and just go for both those open cave hearts and hope that 5's enough.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, you gotta think the wood sword cave's coming up soon, either over here in the northeast or in the grave. Death Mountain is the one off, which could be rough.
No, I did not catch what the coast item was. I saw a quick check there, but I was looking on the other screen when I realized. Oh, it looks like the recorder.
Yep, it's a useful item out there, but might be a little while.
Ooh, level 2 for Asylum, and it's a Guerrilla dungeon. Now I'm really thinking about going back for that sword and just kind of hitting the reset. Although, hey, maybe the dungeon's gonna be nice and drop. Oh, look at that, a red candle. I like that.
All right, now it's 100% a retry for me. There's a red ring as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, easily accessible red candle will get you 2 heart containers, get your white sword, get your red ring. It's a fun time on that route, but I think maybe neither runner's really considering that option at this point, given how deep it's currently 10 minutes in. You're no longer really thinking that way.
Yeah, it's always a hard decision. This, like, you know, this is the point where it's like, maybe it's not worth it to reset at 10 minutes. So just looking for the Triforce now in 2. There's been 2 items so far, and two good ones. That red candle, especially. You don't have a sword. That's a blessing, and so is that red ring. You don't have to worry about buying the blue one. You can spend your money on arrows, maybe.
Yep. Gonna be honest, if we don't find an open route to this Triforce in this dungeon, I'm inclined to just leave. I mean, we can always come back and knock this out in a hurry. So maybe just explore the open rooms, hope for keys, hope for a Triforce, and then get out. Oh man, he almost got clocked.
Yeah, he did. All right, no bombs, but at least you got the map now. Gonna go after these red Koreas. Yeah, get some bombs out of that. Or try to.
Gonna have 2 runners in here shortly, so not much of a lead to the red candle, which is the first repeatable offense.
Well, now we know where 8 is also.
Yep, both runners are going to have that information momentarily. And unless the Triforce is in this room, I think it is about time we run away. We have no bombs.
Special K coming back in, maybe trying to keep going for some bombs. Does not want to come back. Just wants to be done with 2. There.
I get it, but at the same time, you have to kind of also think about how fast you're going to do this dungeon when you have red ring and white sword probably within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, there's a pretty good chance that there's another dungeon up here at some point, and hey, if you find the ladder, then you flip back this direction with that dungeon as well.
Yeah, you're coming back here anyway, yeah.
Like if you find like a level 6 or level 3 or one of the ones we haven't found up here and you get the free Triforce in there, maybe by chance. Still, unless we have a boss blocking our Triforce, it probably won't take much longer.
I was about to. I just was curious if you had jinxed it there, but no, just some stealthos. All right, so we can bomb up, we can bomb right. Up is the smarter choice, but look at that ladder block.
Okay, we were not quite boss blocked, almost, but the ladder definitely ends the dig for now. Arrows are not too far away, at least, so you can probably consider buying those. Maybe. Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Smart purchase.
yeah, you got a good chance of finding the bow before you end up going to 8, even if you know where 8 is. So, might as well have those readily available. And even though it's not required for 2, once you find Pole's voices, it's going to feel required.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely something I don't like to live without.
Alright, so still kind of trying to clear out the northwest corner for both runners. Special K maybe trying to get back down to the coast, and level 3 is up in the northeast area, so it's another dungeon that's pretty small. Another chance of potentially finding some easy items.
It's a Wizrobe dungeon, though. So looking like, yeah, looking like we're gonna just bail right out of there.
Not much choice when you have no sword, no bombs.
Yeah.
One of those pretty much required for those, so.
It's another take any. Now that's almost guaranteed. I mean, I wouldn't say, actually, maybe not almost guaranteed, but we're what, 66% chance at that point?
Well, not only that, but that was pretty much clearing out the rest of that area of the overworld. You have to basically walk west 3 or 4 screens, which you can easily do from start. So it's a pretty good time to go ahead and make the run down to see if you can pick up the white sword. Now that we've said it's almost guaranteed, I'm sure it's going to be 6.
Yes.
80 for the smaller amount on the key. That's potentially important to know. Both runners pretty equal on keys, but both being at 1 feels a bit rough going into 1 with just that.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good with that one singular key. Let's see if we pick it up on 5 hearts here. That feels good.
Yeah, in the meantime, Special K does decide to go ahead and buy the wood arrows on the second go around.
Not a good decision. Right, nice screen wrap by ganonsgonewild. No bombs, but some bomb droppers here. Let's see if he's no, definitely not on the right luck setting today. Just seems like all the time, every time he tries to get those bomb droppers, they're just not cooperating.
Does know the tech though.
Yeah.
The first enemy you kill on or after kind of the reset of the console is a chance at a bomb. So we have another chance coming up.
Yeah, next kill. It looks like we're getting these coast caves out of the way on Special K's side. I think there was a potion shop. That was a door repair. And level 1.
Yep. Instantly going to pirouette the first door, trying to save keys.
Immediate Triforce. We can save that for later for sure.
And immediate potential ladder block of 7. There's a key door to the right. We're going to use it here. Looks like it. Oh, this is rough. You're either going to have a push block here that has an item, a push block that does nothing, or one that transports. 2 out of the 3 means the end of the road, and it is not going to push at all.
Yuck. Wizrobe 1. Getting the map. We're going to see... Oh, that's a very, very linear looking one. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, don't need to... Oh, maybe you might need to kill this one if there's a floor drop item there. Now, this one is very unfriendly.
It looks like we might even get the hint in the only part that wasn't linear.
Yeah.
Could potentially get lucky with the bomb. If nothing else, you've got to spend the key in 1, even
Yeah.
if it's Wizrobe tested.
Look
That's
at that.
Yep,
Worth
that
it.
is 100% why you do that. So excited we ran into the spikes over and over again. Now we're out.
Yeah.
The obvious play here, let's see if it happens.
Grab
Get
that
the try.
Triforce. Yeah, you're right near the coast too.
Yep, you get the try, you get the flute, you get your white sword eventually, hopefully, and then you come straight back and start clearing Wizrobes with red ring and white sword.
All right, so our first Triforce pickup. $20 in. Not so bad.
Yep, that might feel a little rough sometimes, but I'm one of those that doesn't really believe Triforce is a great indicator of who's winning. It's really information battling early on.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the do a lot of overworld exploring camp before I actually go into dungeons most of the time. Like I'll poke in a few rooms myself, but I find that whenever I look at the stats of on my tracker after a seed, the Triforces are all like one after the other, but late. Just purely because I'll just go around looking for information and find where everything is and see what makes sense.
Yeah, the goal is to take whatever's free. Yeah, ooh, we got the big 125 secret, and we have hints not too far away from them as well. I think the real goal is, when do you really want to take anything that's not free in a dungeon? And the earlier you want to try and do that, the more you kind of have to do it without resources. This seed's not really a good barometer for that. It's got a free red ring for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, definitely pretty quick. Sale not. So we know no raft required. Special K picking up the secrets. Had just saved, so we're gonna get that money back.
Yep, the art of scamming the old man.
I wonder what happens if you do feed Ganon after midnight.
Well, at that point you're already loopy because it's probably been a couple hours into the race.
Oh, true.
This is a bit unfortunate for Ganon's Gone Wild going back in the 2 because we didn't quite get to the Triforce, and this is kind of why I don't really worry too much about those things early. Gonna find out the bad news that until the adventures towards level 1, it's not gonna be accessible.
Now let's see if it's even more unfortunate and he goes the wrong way here.
Could try kinetic key. Not really worth it though.
No, picking the right direction at least. There's going to be quick information and a quick up A out of there. Special K looks like it is 5 to pick up the white sword because Special K not quite doing it on 4.
Yep, shouldn't be too long. There isn't any road up towards a take any 1. Unfortunately, didn't go west, so we're not going to see the second hint shop and the remaining 2 hints and whether or not they have any value. Given our red ring and wood arrows, now is pretty much the time where I think you want to invest in getting your key count back into a decent spot. 97 is the more expensive one, but it's only 17 more expensive, so I don't think it's that bad of an idea.
Yeah, not that much more expensive. You just came from, I mean, you're not hurting for money, and you've got your red ring already, like you say.
You have essentially 250 rupees left at your disposal in large secrets as well, given that's 125.
Yeah.
So you can either use that to, buy more keys. Guarantees you 2 bomb upgrades across both of those if you actually find them. Bait's also potentially in play at some point. It's kind of a low % play to actually be required and in the way, but that one time that does happen causes you to remember it pretty much forever.
Has not happened to me that it's required yet, and I've played a bunch of these, and yeah, never has it been hard required, but I'm dreading the day so much that I am adamant about marking it every time on my tracker just to make sure I remember where the closest meat shop is.
Alright, Ganon's Gone Wild is in level 1. 1 key is required to get the ladder, so we'll have to hope that one of the Wizrobe rooms that we couldn't clear on Special K side is going to drop a key.
Ah, there we go.
And that was actually clearable for Special K with Red Candle. This room is all sorts of fun though. Not a terrible room to actually get through if you are prepared for it. I think that was kind of the issue in that one. We're going to take the Triforce, but your option to get through that is, once you go in there, is to go right, because the trap's going to come at you. Smack off the trap, which won't even take your health with the red ring. It'll give you some iframes to kind of maneuver your way towards the door. Probably only going to take a half heart total of damage in that room, if you know what you're up against walking in. Oh, the flute provides and gives us a take any 1 every corner.
Look at that.
That's really helpful. I think we probably want to not save scum that specific hint shop. It's kind of far away from the rest of this area. I don't know if that's really that useful. You'd have to essentially save from this point, walk all the way back.
Yeah, we'll get to see what's in this room now if there is. Oh, looks like there is a staircase, probably an item. Power bracelet. Now, Special K did not have a sword coming in here, so yeah, did not take care of that room. But looks like has the white sword now though. Just picked it up if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. The power bracelet will be the last overworld blocker given the
Yeah, unfortunately, Ganon's Gone Wild gonna leave without any more keys. Does not know the ladder's there. That might cost. I mean, if you're going through the other dungeons looking for that ladder, you know, just hoping that it might be there and just kind of abandoning, like just orphaning that one check in one, you might really pay for that. Ganon's Gone Wild buying a key now. That's great. That's good. Buying a couple. Maybe heading back to one. Let's see where we go after this.
I'd think
No.
about it.
Yeah,
Four
going to
is
four.
reasonable, though. I think this is also a pretty smart play. Save your keys, and then you can go to 4. It's not that long a walk.
Yeah, it's only a handful of screens from start for sure.
I think Special K is going to go ahead and knock the Triforce out now that we have the ladder.
Yeah, may as well, I suppose. Got to come back and do it sometime.
Yeah, don't hate it. Don't necessarily think it's that big a deal to sprint it back, but you may just feel like there's nothing left to see in this corner and wants to be done walking up this direction after this. Freedom Fire did note that this is a really large 4. It is also hard bow blocked.
Wow. Still a couple
This-
rooms haven't been explored, I think, so maybe there's a chance for a staircase, but no, I think it's oh. Maybe I willed it into existence here.
Well, it's going to be required for the items outside of the floor item, perhaps. Might get lucky with a try here.
Or an Annie key.
Oh, that's lucky. Well, we bought 2 keys. We willed that into existence as well.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think there'll be much complaining, though.
No, for sure. Absolutely. We've got that same manip going on in the Dragon Warrior randomizer community there, where you buy the armor. You know, you buy whatever armor you can afford, and the next thing you pick up is going to be the Erdrick's armor. You can definitely manip that into existence, so it looks like the any key works the same way here. Ganon's Gone Wild, definitely heading back into this one. Going to be able to get just a little bit further and just far enough to find that ladder. Now, I believe we do still have one floor item left in one that we haven't seen. So another quick couple checks here. Gonna see if there's anything obvious. Like this book.
Yep, fairly useful. Gonna get some maps.
I love it. So we're all done in one for Ganon's Gone Wild. Special K. Looking to dig out 3 with these Wizrobes. Just hammering them here.
Yep, now we're in the right spot in the room. You have to get to the center just to get away from them kind of warping into the corner. So got bodied a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna have to leave this dungeon until we find a key.
And question in the chat from Tracy. Not sure if Ganon's seen the recorder. I know Special K has and did go back for it pretty quickly, but I don't remember Ganon's Gone Wild being over there and looking.
Yes, we get to call out before the looking at the other screen when Ganon's
Oh,
Gone
did it?
Wild had that little itty bitty check of it in like a
Oh, that's right.
3 or 4 frame window.
That's right. I even talked about it, didn't I? That's that's where my head's at right now.
It's you see that may not be prioritizing it. It's not necessarily a big deal until it is. But the power bracelet's not going to be much of a blocker anymore for either runner, as we do find the level 8 that was foretold in Death Mountain.
Quick useless map now that you got the atlas. I'm struggling to figure out what this shape looks like though. Red ring, white sword, Guerrilla 8. You've got the ladder. This is good. I feel good about this 8 if I'm Ganon's Gone Wild here.
I feel like the question has to be, if you find the Triforce in here, do you abandon ship early and hope to find your bow elsewhere, and then come back for the cylinders?
Yeah, blessing and a curse finding that Triforce early if you do. Exactly that reason. You never know. It's a coin flip, right? Like, I mean, potentially not a coin flip. You've got, odds depending on how many checks you haven't seen, but definitely one of those things that makes you go, oh shoot. What do I do now?
I'll give my logic just based on the fact that Ganon's Gone Wild knows where the flute is. I think you just zoom the seed and hope to clear as little of the big dungeons as possible. So you get the early Triforce here, you come back once you have some of the smaller dungeons cleared out, and if you've achieved Go Mode knowledge, with Silver's obviously being an 8, then you can come back in here and take care of it. But I would zoom every big dungeon in existence at this point.
No, that's true, because you do, like you say, knowing where the recorder is, knowing you could just come back, and especially knowing as well that it's a Guerrilla dungeon, and you're not going to have too much problems. You're not going to have too many problems at all, combat-wise in here. That's a good call. Ooh, bomb upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, the downside of that strat right now is that level 4's singular item is going to be bow blocked, but I don't think either runner's made any progress in 3 to this point, as both were kind of key locked out of that dungeon early, and we haven't been back since the key. Also, potential to find 5 at this point. Ganon's Gone Wild does not know that power bracelet and the flute on the coast, is enough to actually guarantee all the overworld dungeons are accessible.
Ah, true.
Looks like we're going to know a lot about our overworld block locations pretty soon. We're knocking out power bracelet spots.
Alright, worth it. And, for a heart. Now, I wonder, and you might know, somebody in the chat might know, when you get grabbed by a wall master, and it brings you back to the start of the level. Does that count as leaving the room for the purpose of saving the room?
I don't believe so.
No, eh? I have no idea. I've never really tested that.
See, my issue is I just rage and I just update it
Yeah.
because it's faster. So I don't put much thought into that.
Yeah.
But I think you have to actually initiate the door sequence where like you transition to the next room for it to actually save. Whereas when you
Yeah.
do that, it just sends you back to start as opposed to transitioning out. So I think the answer is when you get Wall Master, you get to do it all again.
Yeah, I wonder if the quickest way to do that is to just send you out as if you're just re-entering the dungeon from the exterior.
The real fun time with the Wall Masters is when you accidentally shoot one. It's a bit tricky to do, but you can kind of shoot it out into the middle of the room, and it can still just take you, and just as it transitions to its normal leave spot, it just sends you back to start.
Oh, no way, I've never seen that.
Pretty difficult to pull off. I've seen 2 runners do it. Neither was happy about that. Alright, we bought a key to make progress in this 3, I believe. I didn't see him pick up a key anywhere else. We do get the compass. Looks like it's going to be a long journey to try force through some shutter doors.
Yeah,
Speaking of
big
shutter
old...
doors,
Oh,
this
goodness.
one's terrible. Doable because we have the ladder, but this is just completely unfun.
Yeah, the game's definitely making them work for it today.
I gotta get to the southeast or southwest corner and be able to... Yeah, here we go. This will work better. Still could take enough damage to take a death, but could also win. Death, maybe. Yep.
Alright, so magical boomerang pick up in 8 as well.
I'm assuming that was the floor drop. That makes it a little bit easier to find the silvers. I would eliminate the staircase on the other side, probably.
Yeah, at least then you know.
Oh, here comes the fun part. You gotta sprint this. Ooh,
Oh no.
It's gonna cause all sorts of fun. Hey, clock will get you out, though.
Yeah, you don't need to stick around here. Alright.
I mean, you potentially do, because the Triforce could be trolling in the corner. It didn't in this case.
Oh, good point, good point.
You might as well take the last one out. Didn't pay off this time, but could have. Looks like we have the Triforce South accessible from this room.
Alright, know where it is. I think now we're just looking for silvers. We do have another staircase item somewhere. Let's see if there's one here. Alright, silvers.
That's one piece of the puzzle. Speaking of...
Alright, Triforce number 8 for Ganon's Gone Wild. Not the 8th one to pick up, but from Dungeon 8, I suppose. Be careful how I say that. Gonna take these bombs up to Death Mountain here. See what else is up here. And we found 5.
Gotta think 6 is probably about the same size as this 5, given how big 4 and 5 were.
Yeah, you'd think. And these levels getting pretty trolly here. Oh, nice compass as well. Nice Triforce near start. Potential push block room. Maybe not as trolly as I was maybe not as trolly as I was saying. Let's see what we got here. Look at that.
Alright, we're zooming now. Just
Oh,
take
yeah.
Triforce and go pretty much the whole way.
Yeah, next room up.
Not willing to Triforce and go yet. I would think about.
Yeah, wonder. What do you want to drop here? Like, there's nothing I can think of.
Your best remaining item is probably the wand.
Yeah.
I would think. But do we really need it at this point? Probably not. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with looking in the next room to see if it's an old man. There are 3 of them in 5 that could give you a hint that gives you a dungeon you don't know of yet. There's maybe 1 left.
Yeah, so I think I don't remember seeing 6. We haven't seen 6 yet, have we?
I don't recall it.
Yeah, I don't believe so. And I think to answer Freedom Fighter 2020's in the question in the chat, I believe 6 is the only one we haven't seen yet.
Tried to pirouette the left wall open and does not go.
Well, good thinking, but yeah, no dice on that one.
So far, this race has come down to 1 room in level 4.
Yeah, it totally has, actually.
The any key has really accelerated again, gone wild into another level of just clearing. And Special K on the other side, constantly flirting with 1 or 0 keys, is really struggling to make progress in some of the dungeons that Ganon's Gone Wild has just blown through.
And yeah, Blessed be in the chat. Yeah, this is for making the bracket rounds in the Stalfos group. Winner's going to move on and play a tiebreaker, but the loser is going to be headed to the last chance qualifier.
So we should see level 2 into level 3 in quick succession for Ganon's Gone Wild. Just want to knock out those 2 since they're pretty close together. Alright, this room you just gotta take the Triforce, yeah. Just take the Triforce, get out of 7. It's very clear that it doesn't want you to go anywhere with the key doors. That room is very easily Kananakiable, but I think 7's just not the place to be.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be there either. Especially the game's telling you to get out.
Rethinking things a little bit, Gans Gone Wild could also be on the hunt for guaranteeing overworld clearance with the raft, as the hint is only something that Special K has at this point.
Ah, fair point. Yeah.
The only hint that I believe Gans Gone Wild has gotten out of a hint shop is the Silver's hint. That is one that Special K has not gotten.
All right, getting the clip, finding 3 again, heading back in here. Quick Triforce and go.
Now, it's going to be more like Whiz Rope and Go.
Yeah, Whiz Rope and go. Fair point.
For rooms like this that are just rude, the south door is your friend.
Yeah, definitely getting used to, as a rookie here myself, getting used to how far I need to be in that door.
I mean, with the red ring, it's not so much even the door itself and hiding from the blues, it's just avoiding all of the bubble pops that you can take. Someone said they follow you 25% of the time. I think that's a lot of baloney. I'm pretty sure it's 100, especially when you don't want them near you.
All right, just some gels there. Nothing impeding that Triforce pickup in 3. So now we've got 5 Triforces on Ganon Gone Wild side. It's
the big play here. Sorry for the interrupt. Is
no, go ahead.
Special K does not have the hit for silver, so the compass is right before you get to that room, and if we leave 8 without getting the silvers, I think that's probably going to be the one move that maybe is the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, now we're 50 minutes in with 3 Triforces, and you've got the ladder though, you've got your red ring, you've got your sword, but you can't imagine, if you're Special K, you can't imagine that any of this is something that your opponent doesn't have either. Like, I mean, that red ring was pretty easily findable. That ladder was not too bad. So you can't be feeling like you might not be feeling like you're ahead, but I mean, it definitely feels like your opponent's probably not doing too bad either, considering everything's been relatively easy.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game to play, though. My philosophy is always think about things that you can do in the seed and don't think about things that your opponent could or could not have done. Because you can kind of mind game yourself out of being able to progress in a logical manner if you're worried about what the other runner's doing and trying to solve a way to do things differently to make up time.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point. The second you start feeling that you're behind, you might make a bad decision and take a risk that you shouldn't have taken, or just, you know, play something differently in a bad way that ends up just making things worse for yourself when you weren't really that bad off to begin with. Yeah, very good point.
More or less, you also can't like mind game your opponent into doing things poorly because they can't see what you're doing. So
yeah,
you start spending more time focused on things that you can't control. That's really the big problem that I feel that even some of the best runners sometimes have, is that they're just so worried about what their opponent could be doing, and maybe even in pickup races, looking at a fast finish and saying, "Oh wow, I got a metagame where everything was now," and I can kind of lead you into a dangerous situation.
I've had a bit of a stream interruption here on my side, but I'm gonna see if I can't pull up the racers in the game channel here.